All right, good morning, two-stroke turbo fans. Welcome to the two-stroke turbo channel. Thanks for checking me out. All the cars that we do on this channel are not two-stroke. This one is, this one is, this one is, this one is, and this one is. But today we're going to take the only one that's not. This is a 1957 BMW Isetta in my home garage here. We're getting ready to go to work. And there's one thing about this car, since I've had it now going on 12, 13 years. It's been a great car. It took a while to get it on the road. The horn has never worked. And when you're in a car like this, sometimes you need to be noticed because your silhouette is so diminished compared to F-250s and F-350s and big trucks on the road. And so today I'm going to fix the horn. Somebody in a prior life has tried to make the horn work by installing this cable. And last night I took the horn button off, which normally goes right here. I tried to figure out what's going on. And I think it's because if you look there, the bushings are all shot in the steering column. So the horn was probably randomly going off when you turn the wheel. And I think they didn't know how to fix it. So it's interesting how horn works on a BMW Isetta. This is your horn contact. It's a little brass thing on a spring that rubs on the collar. And when you press the button there, it grounds out the wire, which then the horn has a positive lead on it. Positive and negative makes the horn go off. So a couple things. I got the horn button off here. I'm going to test this at work today. Make sure that works. I've got the horn. I want to put that. Oh, here's the old horn. This is the factory original horn. It's a Hella horn for an Isetta. I don't think it works. The connections are pressed or clamped or something there. I'm going to do a test on that. I've got a new horn. The horn normally resides right underneath the car here where these wires are hanging down. So I'd like to put the horn back in the same spot. It's neat to have a horn, and I really miss it. And I've been working on this car, and that's the one thing I really, really miss. So I think I'm going to manufacture some new bushings. See if I can get that copper contact to work, and see if I can get a horn working on my Isetta. So let's get going. All right, so we rolled our BMW Isetta outside for our morning drive to work. Stella's excited about going to work. She loves going to work. And there's a couple things I was going to show you on this car. It's pretty cool. I think I said I had this car for 12, 13 years, and I decided that the horn doesn't work, and that bothers me. Also, I fixed the door so it stays open, and we got the brakes working recently, so that's cool too. But there's one thing. Next thing up the two after the horn is stuff on the seat, because I'm tired of riding on the bump stops. Right underneath the dash here, which the dash opens with the door, is the odometer reading in kilometers when I first restored this car. So 35,726. The car now has 37,467. But next to this sticker that I wrote is the original service station sticker, which says 30,670. So 7,000 kilometers ago, it was serviced in Iowa, all the way across the United States, Muscatine, Iowa, at some type of a Park Avenue service station. I don't know if that place still exists. Probably not. These used to be really common. These oil lube filter stickers. You can see nothing else is checked off as far as, like rear axle, wheel bearings, air filter, battery, shock absorbers. I guess doesn't apply to this car or something, but it's interesting that this still exists. That's pretty cool. I don't know anything more than that, other than it was just Park Avenue service station in Muscatine, Iowa. That's pretty cool. So little tidbit of information for you there on my old Isetta that's very original. So let's get back to work on the horn. We'll do that when we get to the shop. Okay, so we're on our way to work. Isetta. It's kind of fun. A nice late summer day, September. The sun is out. It's going to be 92 degrees today. Perfect. Shift. Love this little thing. Okay, so we got the little Isetta into the shop, and we're doing some electrical testing on our horn button, which seems to have continuity. It works fine. And now we're testing the horn, the original 1957 Isetta horn, which doesn't appear to work. And then I procured a couple of Hella horns for the Isetta, being that they're red, kind of loud. I don't know which is high, which is a low tone. We're going to try them out here. We hooked up our vice grip to the negative post, wired to the negative post, and we got nothing on this horn. Kind of as I suspected. The original horn for the Isetta is dead. Let's hook up these and see what they sound like. Okay, so I got the first horn. I think that's high. That's really loud. And I think this low tone. Also very loud. It vibrates the whole horn. Watch this. That's a horn. Okay, so we spent a little time here, and we got our rusty bolt right there to connect to the horn underneath here, our Hella horn. Let's angle it where we want it. Put some electrical connectors on there, and we should have a working horn. Looks a little goofy, hanging down like a little UFO. Let's see what we got. Turn the key on to the on position. This should be the horn wire. Let's see what happens. Nothing? Oh, takes a lot of energy. Ooh, it's loud. Okay, that works. I don't know if the switch can handle that. I didn't realize that horn was going to be such a power sucker. That is a loud horn. Okay, well, the bushings are bad in here, so if I just put the button back on, that's why this guy ran this wire through the column. I don't know how he fished that through there. I could either just put the button back and connect this, which is goofy, or do it correctly through the contact. But this horn draws so much power. Kind of a conundrum. What's going to work here? I might try it a couple different ways. Let's see. Stella, my shop dog, is looking at me going, "Why are we going home, Dad? What are we doing?" Boop. I booped your bottom. So we're working on the little Isetta, and we kind of came to a problem. I got to pull the steering wheel off to replace the bushings that are loose in the shaft. There is no way to pull. There's no holes drilled in the center of the hub. I can put a hub puller on here, but this is a really nice steering wheel. I don't want to ding it up. I have gone through every one of my pullers trying to figure out how to pull this wheel. I don't know. It's getting late on a Friday night. It's a holiday weekend. I may just hook up the old button with this weird wire coming out of the column, which no other Isetta has, and call it good for today until I figure out a hub puller. I don't want to damage my original wheel. I've seen so many of these that have big chips and gouges from people pounding and pulling. I now know why. Stella, help me. All right, I kind of feel like I'm cheating here. So I got my voltmeter hooked up to my horn button, or what would be the wire that comes out of the column, and I'm going to press, and I got the meter hooked up to sound. I'm going to press my button here. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, it works. So what I think I'm going to do is just hook this wire up to my wire here and see how much amperage this old Hella horn, new Hella horn, draws, and see if we can make something work. Cheating a little. So we hooked up this weird column wire and turned the key on, press the horn. Oh yeah, we got a horn. I think that's why the prior owner did that, is because there's play in the steering wheel and he didn't make or didn't figure out how to get bushings. I don't know why I went through all that work, but I'm going to run this for now until I can get a steering wheel puller that doesn't damage my spokes or bend my wheel or crack it. I don't know how to get that off without damaging it. Okay, so I said at the very beginning of this video that we were going to get the horn working today. I think we did that, although I think I cheated a little bit. Don't tell anybody I cheated. Shh.